And welcome to this week's episode of Campaigns of the Plains. We're on to episode 17, so we're getting down to it. So, just a couple of announcements beforehand. Of course, every Friday on YouTube, you can catch our new episodes. We try to release those around noon each Friday, so make sure you're checking that out. Following us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We've got accounts there. Follow us to make sure you don't miss any episodes. Travis, you would like to do the honors on the other half of that?
Oh, yeah. Hey, YouTube. How you doing? Say, if you're tired of seeing all of these beautiful faces, I know, it seems impossible, but if you are, go ahead and head over to the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Likely we are already there and waiting for you every Wednesday at noon, releasing the last Friday's episode. So check us out, download us, listen to us on the way to work, whatever triggers you. Anyway, back to you, Jeff.
All right. Well, let's head into this week's episode. Does anybody want to recap what happened last time?
Oh, my notes are really short. Just real short.
You want to do it?
Whoa!
All right.
Any of it.
All right.
So I'm gonna watch an episode that you guys just played.
Okay. My one note, my only note, is fuck me up, Marquies. Somebody explain it. What?
Well,
Guys,
I don't know.
in real time, our last episode was like a month ago because we've done some one-shots since in the middle.
And had things happen. Congratulations, by the way, to our own Matt and Travis for getting married. So, yeah.
White boy dancing.
We had their wedding to go to, so we did not have an episode on there. Also, one more kind of pseudo announcement. We should be having a out of character to recap kind of the first mini-ish arc of what has been happening in this campaign, so make sure to be on the lookout for that as well.
It might already be up. Who knows?
I have no idea.
We'll see!
But if you haven't watched it and it is up, go watch it. If it's not up, then you probably haven't watched it. And if you have, then stop stalking Christian.
What? She confused me a little bit too, yeah. Anyway.
Or don't.
Or don't.
Weird about it.
Did anybody want to give us some actual notes on what happened?
That was a very important note. I
Sure.
want to talk about.
Notes. Okay, so I have a bunch. Becky has constrictor snake named Tobias.
It might.
Died.
It did not.
Cool. What?
No, it turned to stone for a minute.
Yeah, I thought it was dead.
No, I totally forgot we had things turned to stone. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Marquies got smart and unpetrified them.
Mm-hmm.
I did not have that down, but I heard a bunch about the green magic. We met Ellie's mom, whose name is River. Or maybe we just learned her name is River. Juniper helps Asher hear the green word. Something I missed in the live stream. And we can now summon warriors of light in the past? Question mark. And we level up to level 5.
Okay, I will do a little bit of recapping too.
I got more. That's not written down, but I got more of what happened.
Oh, okay. How about since I have it written down, I'll do a little bit.
Oh, you don't want Alysia's really scatterbrained memory recollection of how we played this game?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I got this.
It's cool. I'll do a TikTok about it one day, guys.
So, when you guys had exited the museum, where you had actually undergone some trials, seeing some kind of versions of yourself, a darker version of yourselves, or some kind of antagonist to who you are or what you represent. You guys exited the museum because there was some rumbling coming from outside, and outside was a figure that was dressed eerily similar to the Joker that you guys know and love. except for this one, instead of having a white mask with gold trimming, he had a dark green mask with black trimming and a dark black coat. And he, from the depths, had made a Marlboro up here. You guys fought the Marlboro, but some of your creatures had been petrified. Becky's snake from her staff, and I believe it was...
The Ocho.
What?
The Ocho.
Whip. Yep.
Whip. Yes.
Yep.
Whip.
They had gotten petrified by the Marlboro's breath. And luckily, by the end of the battle, which Djinn had actually been able to tame a Marlboro seedling. Did you ever give us a name for the seedling yet, Djinn?
Flail.
Flail. I think we were talking about that in the out of character, but we couldn't figure out, or couldn't remember.
I think we named it Dad or
Huh?
something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But after the battle, this figure said that next time he'll bring something even worse. But afterwards, Marquies kind of combed his memory and remembered that one of the books that he had been gifted by Asher's friend had actually contained an item known as a golden needle, which cures petrification, and had applied it to the snake and whip. So, unpetrifying them, bringing them back from the brink. Yeah, so you guys had found the armlet down here, and Asher had been able to fuse the armlet with materia, and that materia and armlet you guys brought back to Asher's mom and had purged her of this corruption that it seemed had been taking effect in her. She was very thankful and allowed you guys to stay in her atelier for the evening. And then said that she's on a journey to try to study the corruption and find a cure for it. So you guys had rushed back towards Ellie's mom, who had also had signs of the corruption. And Asher's mom, Juniper, had purged the corruption from Ellie's mom, River. And Ellie dropped a lot of lore information on her mom.
I already did. She just forgot.
Well, she was in a bad state.
But also on Asher's mom, too.
That too. About aeons and how they are formed or what they are formed of, which is not information that is known to the public. But your next target is in the K-Wood, which is the capital of the current area that you guys are in. And you now have Asher's mom, Juniper, leading you guys to the K-Wood. So you guys have been traveling for a little bit. It is roughly 3.5 day journey from Ellie's house to the K-Wood.
I have one quick thing.
Yes.
Just if you're watching this and you're not just listening to it, Paige is here. This is Paige. She's been transfigured into a chocobo.
Yep. She has assumed her form. She's practicing for
she's
when.
She's practicing, so she's assumed her chocobo form, and she is refusing to not be a chocobo for the entire game. But she is talking. Her mouth's just not moving.
Yep.
Exactly.
Sounds like Siri in my ear. Fuck Siri.
Oh.
I put down some notes.
Okay.
Tell me if this is important. I did write down that the snake's name is Tobias. That must have struck me as very important.
Yep.
Then I also wrote down 1d6 darkness damage on sword. Did I get a materia? Is that what that is?
Yes, your mother had infused the materia onto your sword.
Triple damage on crits?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Smart, cool things.
Is that the same material that can remove corruption from living beings?
No, that she has on her armlet
Okay.
currently, so...
But she's with us, so hopefully that helps us when we come to Garuda needing to remove some corruption.
Maybe?
Yep.
Are we
Is
cousins?
sacrifice required for Garuda?
I don't think that our mothers are from the same tribe.
What color is your mom?
Brown.
I don't know what color my mom is. She might be brown.
Your mother has... Let me double check here.
She was many colors.
She has ash-colored long hair, so she is kind of in that...
Sister cousins.
yeah, sure.
We could be related because of the way that the mating and birthing, whatever, works for the bunny people. I can't remember.
Let's not get into bunny birthing.
The way that it works is that the tribes are all like kind of related in some way, right?
Yeah.
So it could be like cousins or something. I mean, who knows?
Distant.
Distant cousins.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you guys have been...
Excuse me. Right. We're gonna play.
We're trying to get away from that. Don't give me that look, Christian. But you guys have been traveling on the road for, we'll call it roughly a day away from Ellie's house. Seems to go pretty unbothered now that you have somebody who knows the paths.
I know the path.
Hmm?
I know the path. I just get lost easy.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like knowing the path.
But Juniper knows the path and doesn't get lost easily.
I just get distracted by all the creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Plants and...
Who are you talking to?
You! All of you! Weren't you listening to me? I've been talking for an hour.
Of course, dear. We're all listening to you.
See, Milos appreciates me.
Of course we do.
But it is getting later in the day, and Juniper sees an opening, a clearing, if you will, even, that would make for a good encampment. So she suggests that somebody gather wood for a fire and start setting that up.
We got a tent from Mama, right?
Mhm.
We got a tent from Mama, right?
I don't think that you did.
I thought that we were going to get a tent from Mama.
Yeah, I feel like we talked about it.
I feel like we talked about getting
we
one.
burned our tent to the ground.
We
Yeah.
burned our tent to the ground. But we might have asked her.
We
do that.
at all.
and we might have already asked her and she not have had one. I have no idea.
No, you asked her for one. She had told you that she hadn't upkept it since your traveling days, or her traveling days, so it was not in any sort of good condition.
Full of holes.
Yeah, moth-ridden.
Oh, the moths got to this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's fine. Under the stars.
Look, maybe just go in that room.
What room?
Doesn't my mom have like a magic room?
Her atelier?
Yeah, doesn't it? Like,
She says it's magic she has to cast every day, and she doesn't necessarily want to burn a spell that high, just for sleeping out.
I know. I have an idea. Okay? If you want to feel like we're in a house or in a room, I found a doorknob in that one place. And we can just, like, attach it to a tree and pretend like we're inside of a house. With a open air situation.
I don't see how that changes.
did she?
It's very likely.
It's
Yeah.
like playing pretend.
I know those other things got stoned, but I think she got stoned.
I think it's a good idea.
Did you eat any of those mushrooms?
Oh, I love mushrooms. They're my favorite.
What does this doorknob look like? Can you see it?
Oh yeah, I pull out my doorknob.
So it looks like a plain copper doorknob. It's kind of greened from age. It is one of the ones with kind of ornate. It's a round one with like ornate indenting on it, but it definitely looks like it's seen better days. As like the doorknob itself is bent, and it looks like it has, you know, the rectangle part that it's attached to with a keyhole. and it looks like it's seen better days.
Isn't it just so unique and precious?
Why did you grab this?
Because it's beautiful.
It looks like garbage.
It's not garbage. It's unique, and it's old, and it's a little dented, but so is Marquies, and I still think he's fantastic.
Wait, hold on now.
I think she called you junk.
That's
No, I said he's a little dented.
I think he calls you
It's an
pasta.
accurate description.
I will take the doorknob and like shove it into a new.
No, it's my doorknob.
Just try and turn the handle.
No,
I'm just
that's
curious.
not how you use it. You just put it there and pretend.
Yeah, I'm pretending to turn the
But you
door,
don't have
and I'm
the
gonna-
key.
You don't have a key either.
Yeah.
Well, that's I can make a key.
Can make a key.
I
Okay.
can make a key.
Oh,
Find
wait,
a
key.
forge.
Well, I don't have a forge. I was thinking like a pretend key for the
Oh.
pretend door, like a little wooden
Is there
stick.
like a stick I could pick up?
Yeah.
maybe you shouldn't just like
Sticks around.
We're-
Hold
4
on.
hours
We're gonna
already
freeze
ago.
this moment and make sure that we know what everybody's doing at this particular moment. You're looking for a stick and talking to Marquies about a stick. You're talking to these guys about
Well,
same
I'm right
stick.
behind Milos because I'm watching him do it.
Okay, Milos is like looking back at you and like turning the doorknob as he's like.
You're not playing pretend right, Milos.
Becky, what are
You
you
have to
doing?
make the door opening sound.
Trying to ignore the idiot. So I feel like we haven't really had just a time to like center ourselves since we've been out on the road from the city. And so I'm just kind of going through some of the stuff we've collected, and I'm going to cast Detect Magic on a few things.
Okay.
Just see if I detect anything off of it. Obviously, it won't tell me what it is. But,
Are you casting Detect Magic or are you ritually casting?
ritually casting it.
Okay.
So.
Din, what are you doing right now
I'm probably playing with my seedling.
with your
Fucking
seedling?
around.
Okay.
I'm just enjoying the air.
Sure. And Juniper herself has actually kind of gone off hunting. Grab something for tonight's supper.
None of these assholes are grabbing firewood. I'm just gonna.
Hold on a second. So Milos, as you're like talking to Ellie standing behind you and like pretending to play pretend on this doorknob, all of a sudden you feel the doorknob turn like it's attached to some kind of bolt, and you feel it turn in your hand, and you hear the odd door open, like a creaking, like a.
Milos, you're doing it. You're making the pretend door noise. It sounds perfect.
I'm not doing that.
Oh.
And the side of the tree opens like
Oh.
a door.
Milos, you broke the tree.
No. Can we see inside? Is it just dark? What?
It's really dark inside of the tree.
I think
door.
we should go in, and I walk in.
Oh.
You're just gonna push me out? I was gonna like peek in.
wait, hold on.
Nope, I already left.
She has already stepped over the threshold.
This is really cool. Usually when I
As-
play pretend, it doesn't happen.
As soon as she goes to like take a step into the tree, all of a sudden she falls into the darkness.
What?
Ah.
I think this has caught Becky's eye as she's doing the ritual, and she's. I always knew she was going to die first.
What? Can I hear her falling?
Huh? You hear like a sudden like eep as she realizes that there's not a floor underneath her and she's falling. But past that, you hear nothing.
Can I look in and see if I see her falling?
Darkness. Not even your dark vision can penetrate the darkness in this tree.
Guys, she's gone. I don't know where she went.
Should we get firewood?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I grab I'm gonna grab like a rock or something off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm casting light on it, and I'm gonna throw it through.
So as Milos is standing there holding the door open, like looking in, and you grab a rock to light up there, you are about to like chuck it in, and all of a sudden you see like this almost like the heat over a campfire as like the light ripples above it, and you see it like reach around Milos and all of a sudden yank him into the door.
Cool.
Well, that's a problem.
We need to follow them. I think Asher would just run.
Just jumping in?
Just dive in.
Okay.
My imagination is too strong.
So if I still want to throw a rock. Does the light just? It's gone.
Yep.
Oh shit.
After like less than 3 feet, it's just.
Oh, this is bad.
So Djinn and Becky and Marquies, you're the only ones left out here.
I want to jump in.
You jumping in right after Asher?
Yeah.
Then just
All right.
Biggest smile on her face. She can fly.
I can fly. No worries here.
So, Becky,
What the fuck is wrong with them?
I guess we're the only two that are going to finish this mission.
Yeah.
I mean, well, if they're dead, I mean, I'm just going to do my own thing, but... I mean, don't get me wrong, thank you for fixing my snake, but, I don't know, like, I can make fire and shit, and you do your thing, your dead thing.
I'm not sure what that means, but
Becky, you're starting to see that
we should
ripple of
probably
light
go.
behind Marquies. The same one that took yoink.
Oh, son of a bitch. And then we have, is it Juniper is traveling with us?
She went out hunting, so she's not in this area.
It's gonna come back. What the fuck?
Shit. I roll my eyes
Just waiting for
Roll
Becky to
at
go
my
up and just like
shit.
shut the
and
door
walk
quietly.
to the door
I imagine.
and just like bunny hop through the door.
I was really waiting for Becky to be like, shut the door.
Well, see ya.
Well, I guess that's that.
I just imagine Becky like standing up and just like trust falling into it. Like you bungee jump. Oh, I guess I'm doing this.
I guess this is happening. The last thing you see, Becky, is the door closing behind you through the darkness as you fall ever so slowly. Back to the front of the line.
Well, that's me. They left me for a while.
Ellie, you fall for quite a while, but you're slow falling. It feels like you're a feather on the wind.
I feel like when I first realized there wasn't a floor, there was a quick like, ah!
Yep.
And then after I realized that I wasn't dead, I was like, this is kind of cool. Okay, so we pretend that the door was real and then it became real. So maybe I'll pretend that there's a soft bed for me to land on when I hit the ground.
So
I'm talking to myself out loud in the ether.
you float down a little bit more, and then all of a sudden you land on this giant pile of like small throw pillows, it seems.
I think that this is not a bed, and you got the pretending wrong. Hello?
And then suddenly, Milos, you come to a rest right next to Ellie on this
Is
giant.
there light down here?
Very little.
I imagine a rock.
Yeah, that's exactly what light that you have. You have this little rock that floats down.
What's it look like in here?
These pillows look like they are very similar to the pillows that you would sit on, Milos, back home, in like the larger tents. The pillows that you would throw on the floor or ground. Silk pillows with tassels and all sorts of different colors and variation of patterns. Very soft pillows.
Hi, Milos. Is it trying to get up off of all these pillows?
When you stand, it's kind of wobbly because you're standing on a pile of pillows.
Mm-hmm. Is it just like a mountain of pillows? Is there like more room to this? Falling into?
The light doesn't spread further than the pile of pillows yet.
I pick up the rock.
The next victim down, of course, is Asher, and he floats down and lands on the pile of pillows as well.
I pick up the rock and walk away.
What? Where's she going?
I gotta explore the rest of the dream. Okay, I'm gonna pretend there's a giant cake.
And then you hear a fluttering of wings next as Din is like floating down and lands on the pillows as she's trying to fly.
You're not cake.
But the flying is like not happening, Din. Like you're still falling. But really slowly as you hit the pillows.
Okay.
Marquies, all of a sudden you come to a landing right next to Din on a very soft pile of pillows.
Why are the pillows?
Well, I think that I imagined a bed wrong, and that's why they're pillows. But I just asked for a cake, and there's no cake. I just got Din, so that's really wrong.
What? Yeah.
I'm holding the light, and then I just wander away from everyone.
The last thing you see is Becky, like, floating down, looking at you pissed.
I hope somebody told Asher's mom. Did anyone tell Asher's mom we jumped into an imaginary tree hole?
No, she was still gone when you all got sucked in through what appears to be a trap.
This isn't a trap. It's very soft.
A very comfortable trap.
Doesn't make it. No, it's a trap, but still.
Is there anything else in this room? Are there any other doors or anything?
So, as you make your way off of this, and it is a mountain of pillows, like...
I just, lay down and roll down to the
roll
bottom.
down to the bottom of the pile.
I make excited, happy, squeaky noises the whole way.
Sure, and you bounce off a couple of them, as they're really soft. They're definitely, down-filled pillows. And as you get to the bottom, the light finally spreads enough where you see, this really ornate carpet on what feels like solid ground.
Milos?
What?
There's a pretty carpet down here.
Okay.
What if you try to think of a cake? Because you're the one who made the door happen.
Okay, I'll think of a door. How about that?
No, a cake. Oh, a cake.
He's bad at pretending.
I would rather have a door than a cake. Fine, I'll think of a door and then a cake.
Okay.
So no door or cake appear.
Damn.
But what seems to be a spotlight suddenly appears in this darkness, and in front of Ellie, who is actually down off of the pillows, you see on a pedestal this tiny little gem.
I take it.
Don't.
No one's down here to stop me.
It is true. The gem itself seems to be fashioned to something. When you reach out and grab the gem, it's attached to something else, and you slowly turn the gem and you see that there is this golden vessel on the other side of this purplish gem. Large purple gem.
What is this? I follow the thing it's attached to.
It's on the other side of the gem,
Oh.
when you turn it in your hands there. The vessel itself seems to be some kind of cylindrical vessel, and it's very ornate. There is like some kind of language that is scrawled.
Can I read it?
What languages do you speak?
Bunny. Common, Druidic, Dwarvish, Elvish, Primordial, and I guess I have telepathy?
What?
For up to 60 feet.
Is that from our earrings?
Yeah, that's probably from...
Could be.
Oh.
No, doesn't seem to appear to be...
You said vessel, is it like a jar?
It's like this round cylindrical vessel with like this top that's been attached to it. Looks like it's like is sealed on top.
We're gonna try and throw a pillow at it.
Go ahead and make me a ranged
As he's
attack.
doing that, I'm just like trying to figure out how to open it.
I'll go down there too, and I think one she didn't have that I do is Platonic or Leonin.
Yo, I'm already trying to open this thing.
I'm assuming that's the same as like a strength-based like claw attack.
No, it's a ranged attack, which is dex based.
So just add my dex.
Yeah.
essentially?
Because you're probably not proficient in ranged attacks.
That's a 9.
A 9, no, a 9. This pillow gun's whizzing by your head as you...
I'm trying to open this
as
bottle.
you're trying to open this.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Open you.
Put it down.
Becky, as you get closer, you actually do read in Leonin that there is something like scrawled in intervals, like going up and down on this vessel as Ellie's trying to open the top.
Yeah, I will attempt to read it.
Yeah. So on the vessel it says, "Woe to those who seize this vessel."
Yeah, you shouldn't touch that.
I shouldn't? Why?
It says, "Woe to those that touch this vessel."
Oh, I hand it to Becky.
It's really funny, Becky, because it looks like the woe is spelt like somebody who barely knew Leonin wrote this.
Oh, so someone like me.
I mean,
Here, take it.
somebody who was hooked on phonics, you know.
You should take
Did
it.
they like spell woe wrong?
This
Kinda looks
Like,
that way.
like giddy up woe instead of WOE?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any other writing other than Leonin on this, or
No, it's mostly in Leonin.
okay.
But as you, well, I mean, that's the side you see that Ellie's not currently
I'm trying to
palming.
give it to you.
Oh,
Take
you-
it.
No, I have my hands up. I'm not taking that.
Just hold on to it for a minute. Are there more words on there than what she read?
She's
What?
telling you to turn it around.
Oh, okay, I turn it.
So
Is there any other writing?
now you can read a little bit more, and you see now that it's not WOE in Leonin, it's WHOA.
Whoa.
Whoa. Okay.
And it says, to those who touch this vessel, may a great friend be bestowed upon thee.
Oh, I want a friend.
Oh. Okay. So I guess this is good.
Well, I can't figure out how to open. Hey, I want to be your friend. Open
No.
up. Hey, I'm trying to.
You should
Open.
not. Do not.
Hey, I start hitting that on the table.
Maybe
Ding,
you
ding,
shouldn't
ding.
be messing with things that you don't know what you're doing.
Open. Say open in that language, Becky.
Growl.
That's offensive.
Yeah.
And Milos, you hear Becky as she does her best Leonin for open. Nothing seems to happen right away.
Why are you yelling in Leonin?
I read a lot.
I hand it to Marquies. Here,
What?
open it.
I'm not going to open this. We don't know what it is.
Okay, give it back.
No.
Takes it from her.
I hold on to
Alright.
it.
Are there any instructions on it other than low as the opener?
There is on the top of the bottle that they're fighting over now that you see, and it says a kiss to seal and a kiss to open.
You gotta kiss it.
Oh, I kiss the bottle.
So you press your lips to the top of the bottle itself, and you feel this warm sensation on
It's
your
hot.
lips. No. Warm,
Mildly
warm like a body temperature.
Okay.
Like not hot or anything. And then all of a sudden, the top of this starts to unscrew, and the crystal or the gem on the other side starts to glow as well.
It worked.
And then
Oh,
suddenly,
it worked.
this like scarlet
No.
style.
Try to hold it.
Your hand starts to rattle with the force that's coming out from here, and you see this smoke starts to pour over the other side.
Marquies, just let it happen. It already happened.
It's
It's gonna suck up inside of your suit with you.
I shove it into your face to like force you to kiss it again.
How much you can't kiss it because you only have a beak. He just backs at it. Fucking hummingbird. Fucking nose in it.
So this, as you're doing that, it completely pops open as she refuses to kiss it, and this crimson smoke pours out and onto the ground, and all of a sudden it turns into like this kind of red, crimson red, but yet there's like a golden glitter to it, and then all of a sudden these spotlights start to shine everywhere. And you're seeing now at the full extent of this area, you seem to be in some kind of silken tent. Milos, you recognize these tents. Pretty familiar to the area in which you're from. And you see now, this looks like the circus tents that used to come through your area, where they would have exotic mages and animals and items of all sorts from everywhere. And this mist suddenly starts to form into this one area and swirl on these carpets that are underneath your feet, these very ornate carpets. And you hear this voice go, "Yes, it's so good to be freed." And the mist swirls up, and all of a sudden you see this rather voluptuous-looking red woman with pointed ears, and she is wearing, like, better described as one of the genie tops, showing off her full bosom, and, the satin pants that hang very low to show her midriff, but she is a bigger woman, and she has this black hair with golden sparkles all throughout, pulled back in a high pony, and she has all sorts of jewelry on her hands, and she goes,
Oh, hello.
and she grabs your face and plants a big old kiss on
Oh,
you.
you're very kind.
And she goes, "What year is it?"
I don't know. Marquies?
What year?
Sure, you say the year that it is. And she suddenly stretches out, and she goes, "It is so good to be out of there."
How long were you in there?
Oh, by that reckoning, at least. And she starts counting on fingers, and she's like, "At least 500 years."
That's a very long time.
It is very
Marquies,
long.
Aren't you glad we helped her?
No.
That's very rude.
We don't know anything about her.
Well, she's
Don't
only
mind
500
him.
years old.
He's a celebrity, and he's just full of himself.
He's upset that you're stealing his attention.
He's got 6 books written about him, though.
Why do you have to bring this up to every person
Because
you
I'm
meet?
proud of
Even
you.
the goddamn... What are you?
Oh, I'm a Djinn, dear.
What's
Shit,
your name?
get back in the bottle.
What's your name?
My name is Sappho the Bold.
Sappho the Bold. That is an amazing name, and I love your outfit.
Why, thank you. And she does a little, belly roll a little bit. But
Beautiful.
like I said, she's a bigger woman, and,
I like that better than the bustier that I found in my... Oh, I found a bustier in my backpack this morning. I don't know where it came from.
That's lovely.
Okay.
Do you know anything about Djinn's, in character?
you definitely would. You've heard stories of them. I mean, they've been just that, though. Stories for at least the last 100 years or so.
Okay.
I mean,
What's
I don't know. Have any of you ever heard of a Djinn before? I have fairy tales.
Yeah, I read
I've
about them in
heard
the bookstore.
Stories.
Well, and she kind of swings her
How do you
hips.
spell Djinn?
Djinn.
And what's her name?
Her name is Sappho the Bold.
It's kissing women already, Sappho.
And she, you hear this sultry music start playing as it seems like the spotlights that are magically shining in here begin to follow her around as she
How come
swings her hips around a little bit.
inside of that bottle, inside of a magic portal in a doorknob?
Oh, I don't know about any doorknob, dear, but I was put in that vessel a long time ago by a very evil man.
That's awful.
It
That
is
is just awful.
men.
What do
Do
you
we
got
not
against
like men?
Well, one sealed me in that vessel for 500 years.
That is very rude.
that one particular man seems bad, but I mean, the rest of us aren't that
That
bad.
sounds like something Marquies would do.
And she says, I'm just kidding, honey. I don't have anything against men as long as you hold something against me. And she kind of winks at you, Milos.
He gives the best hugs.
Oh my god, this is turning into a review.
Well, I will have to check that out later. Couldn't top your kisses, though, dear. And she kind of winks at
thank
you.
Oh, dear.
I've never given a kiss before.
Not bad for your first time.
Yeah. Why are you surprised? Have you given a kiss before, Asher? Maybe Miss Sappho can give you a kiss next.
Only if you ask politely, dear.
Right.
Anyway,
So,
Can we put her back in the bottle?
No.
why would you? Okay, first of all, why were you put in the bottle? Who is this
Oh.
person, this man who put you in the bottle?
Well, it was some fellow wearing a dark cloak, some funky mask.
We met him. He tried to kill
With a
us.
similar description.
Or he's our friend. We've met a couple of weird people in masks recently. Was it a white mask or a black mask?
It was actually a red mask.
Oh, damn, there's more of them.
Oh no.
Okay, well, the one in the black mask isn't our friend, right?
Well, the one in the red mask is the one who sealed me away, but there were others. There was one wearing a white mask, a green mask, a red mask, a blue mask, and then finally there was one in a gold mask, if I remember correctly.
I don't have Joker's mask color written down.
It's white.
It's white.
Joker has way more masks.
Or he has friends.
or enemies.
Well,
Or colleagues that they get along with sometimes.
I mean, you
Okay,
don't always
there's
have
a
to like your coworker.
White,
I hate most of
Black.
mine. Unless you work with me, you listen to this podcast, and I
Green.
love you.
okay, so there's a white,
So
black,
what do you
red,
do?
green, and gold mask.
Blue.
And blue, too.
Okay,
It's pretty
so
mighty.
there's a bunch of masked people. You got this.
Okay,
They were pretty awful in my
but
time.
that still doesn't explain why.
Well, they were... And she kind of... You see her kind of, like, look around a little bit, and she seems to be like getting her directions, and she's like, oh, far away from my home. But in my day, they were trying to learn some secrets from my queen, but I caught on fairly quick.
The Queen of the Djinn?
No, the queen...
Was she a Leonin?
She wasn't a Leonin. She was, and she points to
Oh, yeah.
Milos.
Oh, Milos is a prince.
Oh?
Or something like that. His aunt's the queen.
Maybe is this part of your lineage? Then? I don't.
Of the current queen? Who is the current queen?
His aunt.
Let me double check my aunt.
I don't know what her name is.
Let me look it up. I don't remember her name.
Her name is Vera.
While we're
Thank
talking,
you.
though, I do want
my
to.
Aunt Vera. But the lineage for royalty changes constantly. It really depends on whoever wins the succession. So, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that she was related to me. One of my ancestors essentially defeated one of her ancestors.
It's possible, but at least the family names carry on. What is her last name?
My last name is Novak, which would be hers. So.
Novak. Novak was one of the Queen's Guard in my day.
Well, that makes sense then.
He was a gentleman who had horns, just like yours.
Milos!
Well, my horns are rather special.
He's very special.
Well, this gentleman was the only one with horns, so... No, there were two of them.
Two horny lads.
I want to try and figure out where we are. 'Cause
We're on the
in
bottom of a
tent.
tree. In a tent.
Yeah, like I feel like there's got to be something up. Like
Is the mountain of pillows still here?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to stack a few of them and make it into a chair and sit there. Love the outfit, by the way.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah, how do we get out of here? Do you know?
Yes.
Well, I mean, and she kind of looks around and
Asher's
says...
mom is going to be very upset if we're not there when she gets back. And maybe worried.
I'm going to one of the walls. Like it's a tent. Like can I just like lift the freaking.
You lift it up, and you, as you do, like this blinding, like white light just shines in your eyes, and you're blinded momentarily. But then, like you go to press beyond the lights, and it's a solid wall.
Hey, I think we're just in the magical pocket dimension.
Oh, that's good. Probably makes sense. I mean, otherwise we'd be in the oasis, and it's definitely not nearly as hot.
Because we fell through a tree.
So it's not a hot pocket, you're saying?
And we fell
Is it
down.
still like a
So
dark
I think
endless
maybe
void
we need to
above us?
get them up.
Yeah, like you don't see the top of the tent at all.
It's a real big top.
Can you help us get back up? We fell down.
You,
We went
and
through a tree.
she stretches a little bit, and she's like, "It's been a long time since I've used my magic."
Also, I don't know if you have anything that you're planning on doing now that you're free, but I'd like to consider you a friend now.
Well, obviously we're friends. I mean, I kissed you and everything, so...
I have more friends. I have one more friend now. These are the rest of my friends.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Well, while we're trying to find a way up, can I try to see if there might be some sort of, I don't know, tent door thing? We entered here through a portal. There could be a portal down here.
Oh, that's true. Most tents have a flap.
There are, like, two areas where it looks like there would be, like, an area to open a tent. But as you do again, that bright light, like, shines in
You
your
gotta
eyes.
stop doing that. You're gonna hurt your eyes.
The last time we were in a tent, we needed out. We just started it on fire.
Becky,
What
this is your expertise.
What about the rug? Is
very kind.
I think that Sappho was going to help us.
There's
Well,
rugs,
that's
are there
why.
rugs in
While you were working on that, I'm looking forward to see if there's another way out.
Did you ever finish that detect
I'll
magic,
cast.
Becky?
No.
If you give me 10 minutes, I can cast detect magic. And I think I'm going to do that to the room and see if there's anything magical in here other than a genie to help us.
Yeah, so you spend 10 minutes and you actually see Sappho like floats in the air and like puts her hands on her chin like this and like watches you do all of your like incantation and like kicks her feet up a little bit.
Like a Cheshire cat.
Yep. And she's like, "What are you doing, dear?"
Doing magic.
Well, obviously.
I just want to know if there's anything like magical in here.
Everything in here is magical. I could have told you that.
I already said that. I said we were... Didn't I say we were in a magical pocket space? I'm pretty sure I said that. I don't know a lot of things, but...
There's a difference between being in a magical place and everything being magical. Like, and I point to this random pillow. Is this pillow magical? I'm gonna
Yes.
poke it.
And
I mean, it's not-
Sappho like pokes it too, and all of a sudden the pillow just like it pops up like popcorn.
Oh my goodness!
She's magic.
And she's like, all of them do
I
that.
tackle the popcorn pillow.
Did you eat it?
No, I just tackle it because I know it's big and squishy now.
Yeah, and it's soft.
I want
Silky
to stay
soft.
here forever. Can we sleep here? Can this
Right.
be where we spend the night?
What is Djinn doing? Because I imagine she's just playing in the pillows like a kid, and like
I'm
like
throwing pillows around.
yeah, like
I
You're
have my
checking them.
sibling out too, and he's throwing.
yeah.
All the pillows that
Pillow
you're
fight?
touching are like being flung, like turned into discus, and like some of them puff up and change shape. Some of them even like change into like fiend shapes. So you see one that looks like an Ochu that Flail is, and one that mimics the seedling.
Love everything about that.
Yeah, I like all of it.
As you're doing that, the pile is kind of spreading, and Sappho says, "Oh, that's where it's at." And she like starts throwing pillows, and they're doing weird shit, like getting tiny or like turning into different creatures, and like
I'm holding a little pillow and I'm like, Cactar.
turns into a little cactor.
Why am I afraid of you? You need to top hat.
And the cactor just kind of looks at the pillow. Cactor just kind of looks at you, confused.
I grab a smaller pillow and I said it's on its. I go top hat.
It turns into a top hat,
Set it
sure.
on its head. Look.
But yeah, she's like throwing pillows left and right, and then all of a sudden you see she has like cleaved a path into this mountain of pillows, and you see like on the other side, it seems like the doorknob got down here somehow.
Oh, hey, that's what we used to get here.
Yeah, that's the same thing that was used to seal me in here.
What is it?
Are we stuck in here now?
The door's right here, dear.
Oh,
You jump to conclusions really quick.
can we use this doorknob to come back here?
I mean, you can if you like this place.
I mean, it seems like a nice place to have a nap.
Sure.
Or trap someone or anything.
Or trap someone. But I wouldn't do that, because that's not nice.
I would.
I'd put Joker in here. Sometimes he makes me mad.
I don't think he'd stay.
I wonder if we could store things in here. Things that, like all of the books that I'm gonna buy.
I think once I leave this place, it loses its magic, unfortunately.
Oh,
And then
she'll
it's
need
just
to
a
stay here.
doorknob again? And then it's just a doorknob again?
Then it's just a plain old doorknob.
Oh. It's still a nice doorknob.
Sure.
So, trap her in.
Yeah.
No, that's not nice. Well, then we should leave so that you can have your freedom.
Can I
That would be great.
like roll an insight to like get her vibe?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Can I keep this cactar pillow?
let's get a vibe.
I think it disappears once you leave. Sorry, dear.
But
Why?
your magic,
Issues
can
with
you make
trapping
one
things?
for me?
Yeah, that's your job.
Six? Yeah, she seems pretty legit.
Yeah, she should come with us. She seems cool.
She's not gonna come with us. She's probably got her own things to do.
She's our friend. Isn't she? Come with us.
But she's been trapped for 500 years. She might need to, check up on somebody.
Well, I
You have any
am
friends?
bound to the royal family, so...
Oh, well, hey, Milos!
Milos got a girlfriend.
That's you!
I mean, I can introduce you to my aunt, I guess. I don't know what you're gonna do for her necessarily. I guess what type of magic can you do other than turn
Magic.
pillows into popcorn?
That's not my magic. That was whoever trapped me in here, so...
Can we leave this place?
My magic's suppressed by this place, so I
We
can't
should-
really do anything
We should leave
here.
then. We should leave. Let's leave. Your mom is probably very worried.
Well,
Wait.
she forgot we were in here.
I doubt that.
Or
We all
Thomas.
just disappeared. I think that would make anyone panic.
Right.
Is this the door?
Should we vote
And
on
Sappho,
it?
opens the door and is like, shall we leave?
Oh, I walk out.
I
Oh.
am not staying,
Yes.
so...
I
Well,
walk out too.
But should she leave?
Yeah,
She seems cool.
she's my friend.
Should we vote on this?
No?
I do want to... I want to see if she might be lying at all to us about...
Yeah, roll me insight.
I trust you
Hopefully it's better than
completely. I
mine.
don't know what your problem is.
You already rolled.
I don't know. I've seen
20.
20?
Yeah.
Or 22.
She seems pretty honest right now. She
Okay.
doesn't want to be here anymore.
Well... She does seem to be telling the truth.
She seems cool.
Why doesn't anyone trust me?
Pull out a list.
Right.
Pulls out another list.
Yeah, this is my appendix for the real list.
Can you see anything in the doorway, or is it just a blank, black void?
You actually see your guys' camp.
Well, it doesn't look like your mom's come back yet.
I'm gonna
Oh.
step through.
Yeah, I'll wrangle Din, because I'm sure she doesn't want to come with.
All right. So you guys all step forward, and Sappho's actually the last one out as she closes the door. This, when you walk through the door, it's an image of your camp. It kind of ripples, you're looking through a mirror kind of thing. And as you guys step through, you step out of the tree. Your camp is here, but there's also somebody else here. It's Joker. He is sitting on a log near a fire that it seems like he has started for you guys.
Oh, hello. We made a new friend.
Friend? Who?
Oh, right here. She's coming out now.
She's not behind you, and the door closes at that.
Where'd she
Knob
go?
falls off of the tree.
I put the knob back on the tree.
It doesn't stick.
Maybe she left. Maybe she used her magic to go somewhere else.
And all of a sudden you just hear, "You bastard."
Oh, that's her!
And you see this red magical cage just trap Joker. And he freezes up and seems like he's being hit with some kind of electricity. He's jolting in his place. And all of a sudden you see from the tree walks a different image of Sappho. While the one inside of the vessel had been a large, voluptuous woman, this one is definitely taller and more muscular and looks like the Queen's Guard of old, Milos, in books that you have been reading. So she's got this long, again, tied back in a warrior's braid, black hair, and she is wearing this chest piece that is ornate in gold and has this Hrothgarian face on her left shoulder, and she has one of the curved blades that's native to your land, and she is decked out in, like, Hrothgarian armor of the Queen's Guard, just ornate and everything. But yeah, she is taller, she is more muscular, and she, like, approaches Joker with her sword, like, right to his throat and says, "Give me a reason I shouldn't kill you right now." And he's like, "I'd love to, but I can't talk right now."
Oh, okay, fine.
Oh, I
Look,
think
was
I have a
against
reason.
this whole thing anyway, so Sappho, glad you got your freedom, Rocket Girl. But Joker's been kind of helping us. We're like, I guess Warriors of Light or some bullshit.
We're not his anything, Becky.
So he's been kind of helping here and there. There's some other guys that have kind of been jerks to us, so definitely killed them. But just leave this one. That's the reason we need to keep him alive, at least for now. Once we, like, I don't know, save the like the Aeons and the Espers and all that bullshit, then maybe you can go kill him. But right now, we're kind of busy and we need this guy.
And she, like, looks back at him and then looks at you when you say saving Aeons, and she looks back at him and says, "You mean to tell me that this filth and his friends have not killed and corrupted the Aeons yet?"
I think that the other ones might be trying, because we met one in a black mask, and he was very evil.
And you see his Joker, like, turns his head towards you. And
Oh, we haven't seen you since then. We met someone that looks like you in a black mask, and he tried to murder us. And he said he was going to try again with something bigger next time. But Djinn now has a tiny seedling.
And he just, like,
Without
looks
both
at
arms.
Djinn and is like, "Okay."
Oh, but then, Whip got petrified for a minute. But it's okay, Marquies saved Whip.
And she, like, looks up at Sappho, like, "Kill me now." And Sappho goes, "Fine." And she drops whatever field that had been surrounding him. And he goes, "Many thanks, Djinn."
He's helping us keep the Aeons from becoming corrupted. I think.
"Yes, that is what I would like to do." And kind of, like, looks at Sappho, and she goes, "Well, that's a turn from what you were trying to do 500 years ago." And he's like, "I learn."
What were they trying to do 500 years ago?
And you see, as you don't need an insight check to tell, you see as Joker's become a little
Oh, I know.
hesitant.
Sappho told us there was more like him with, like, a red mask and a green mask and, like, all colors. Whatever, there's a bunch of them.
You can see him kind of, like, turn away from the conversation
And,
a little bit.
We met the guy in the black mask and he was mean, so I really hope we don't meet any of the other ones. Joker.
Well,
Why are your friends trying to kill us?
that's a long story.
Okay. I feel like, seeing as we almost died yesterday, maybe we were owed it some kind of explanation?
Well, the person that you met yesterday, his name is Ace.
Thanks.
And he is in charge of the contagion that you have seen, studied, as he looks over in Marquies' direction.
This corruption?
He's the source of the corruption. Well, his pack maker is the source of the corruption.
Now I am the source.
And if he brought a marble to fight you all and says that he's going to bring something worse next time, I would be very careful. You see, not only is he able to create this corruption. But his pact maker is the one who taught him how, and he's able to summon his pact maker.
Well, I don't want to meet that guy.
You don't,
Okay, so
because that guy is an Esper.
Oh,
oh,
what is this Esper? What's its name?
Cullen.
Can you spell that for me, please?
Give me a second. It is Cuculain.
Good call. Okay. Does that name sound familiar to anybody? I think that's something you would know.
Who might know this? Who is proficient in religion?
you'd think it'd be me, but it's not. Wait, no, it isn't me. I am proficient. Oh, it's me. I am.
Anybody else?
I am.
Okay. Milos? Djinn?
Nope.
Okay. Anybody else?
No, but I do happen to have a pretty high plus to that.
Well, the both of you can roll me a religion check to see if you can remember this name, as it seems like it might be pertaining to...
I got a filthy, dirty 20.
Okay.
I got 22.
22. So both of you remember that when the Aeons were initially formed, they also had an opposite formed as well. So one, while they were... sorry, give me a second here. While all of the Aeons are astrally aspected, the other ones, the Espers, are umbrally aspected. And the Espers were formed as kind of an opposite balance to the Aeons. But two of you remember that back during one of the calamities, it was said that the Espers had been corrupted and were basically wiped from the church, as they had wrought so much destruction on the land that their names are kind of stricken from history, and there is no history or any kind of lessons on where their crystals may be kept. It was said that they were just hidden away from the world so as not to be summoned and cause great destruction again. And you remember that Cullen was known as the Engine of Rot.
How do you spell that? Cuculain.
I already spelled it for you once, but I will spell it for you again.
The way I want to spell it.
It's Cuchlain.
CUCHUL. What? ULIAN?
ULAIN.
And he was what? The what?
He was known as the Engine of Rot. His full title was Cuculain the Impure.
Rot like R-O-T?
R-O-T.
the impure.
I verbal vomit all of that at everyone, but in an Elspeth kind of way, where she kind of tells a story about something else related to it, but it comes around, you know?
Sure, and then
it takes
Milos cleans it all up for
Milos,
you.
it takes like 45 minutes for her to tell you this, but Milos helps.
Milos tells him 5 minutes flat.
Yep.
Yeah, I tell you the 5-minute version while she's rambling on. She'll just keep rambling, and it's fine. We'll get there. Anyway, well, that sounds horrible. You probably should not meet that Esper because it probably will kill us.
We're in a lot more danger than I thought we were.
You think?
Well, that's okay. That's it's gonna make for a really good 7th novel for Marquies.
If we live.
I'm writing everything down so that if they find my journal and my dead corpse, they can write a fantastic novel.
That's chicken scratch.
It's it's not written in common.
What language is it?
Bunny. I don't know what language the bunny people
They speak Sylvan.
Sylvan.
I don't speak that one.
But you see there's like little drawings in the margins. It's like she's writing like everything down like she's writing a book.
Sure.
But there's like drawings in the margins, like pictures of what's happening to better describe the scene.
Well,
Well, no. You got about 20 minutes.
Yeah, all of this information is kind of verbal vomited out from Ellie, and Milos kind of cleans it up. But Joker says, it'll be fine. I'm confident in you as warriors of light.
Insight check.
pretty hard to read.
17.
He's trying his best to, give a rousing speech, some confidence to you.
I would feel like you were more confident if I could see your face.
He thinks for a moment, and says, "Why do you want to see my face?"
Because everybody's wearing fucking masks, and I don't like it.
Watch your goddamn language.
I'm sorry, I learned it from Djinn. Actually, that word I learned from Becky.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
Oh, God.
We are all shitty influences on you.
Oh! This 21!
He regards you for a moment, and he looks around at everybody and says, "Would it actually make you all more comfortable if you could see my face?"
I am indifferent.
Sure you
You
would
never
be.
see his face, so, I mean, it's not like he's ever going to show. It's fine.
Also,
Oh.
I know enough.
I personally don't think it really matters to see your face. I think I can trust you regardless, but if it would ease her, anything to help the situation.
You just need to get better at reading body language.
Asher, are you saying
You're
yeah?
next, bitch.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Oh, God. I don't know
He
what's
looks
come
over
me.
you. He's scanning each one of you individually.
What's happening?
He's scanning each one of you individually and checking for affirmation as to
I think
yes
there
or
was
no.
a bit of fog rolling in. It's the mists. I've got a case of the papers.
She's getting her mist.
Vapor brain over there.
Becky?
Whatever.
Din?
I didn't know that came off.
That was just the way your face looked.
It's not welded to my face, and
Mine is
he...
probably.
Is yours welded to your face?
Sure.
Din, let's steal it while he's sleeping.
He looks around at all of you and he reaches up and you hear this kind of click as he removes the white mask from his face, and you now see probably a mid to late 40-year-old, what looks to be human male at first, only there's something different about him. There is what looks to be some kind of gem in the middle of his forehead.
What is that thing in your forehead? What?
Wow, Milos, that's rude. You're perfect, just the way you are.
No, I've never seen that before. What do you want from me?
You can't go from calling people rude to the antics you just pulled here,
Yes, I
and
can.
then back to that.
I can do
No,
whatever
you
I
can't.
want because I'm adorable.
No.
If you must
There's a
know,
point.
I'm Imperial born. You would know, being from the northern side of this country, that the Imperials are on the other side of the mist, to the north, and they are very aggressive. They have even a couple of times attempted to set up bases on this side of the mist, but have been driven back.
May I remember any of this from the past life at all?
Go ahead and make me a history check.
Ooh, which one of these going to give me a good? Okay, let's try this.
What's my history? It's a 10.
10? I mean, you eke out a little bit of information, mostly because of your station, remembering that they are more technologically advanced than the surrounding nations.
Do you keep your mask on so people here won't know where you're from?
That's a little bit to do with it. I'm not here to cause any uproar with any of the local governments. But also
But also we are? But secretly.
No.
I don't know. I feel like fucking with the hands is kind of being intertwined with the government because the church is kind of the government.
Well, yes and no. We're attempting to save them from themselves, I would say.
Wait, you were alive 500 years ago, though?
Yes, I am very old.
Wow, you look good for 400 plus years old.
Thank you. It's because of my pact that I'm that long lived.
Oh, do you have a pact with an Esper? Yeah. That's a question.
I do.
Who is yours?
If you must know. My pact is with Exodus, the Judge Sal.
The what?
The Judge Sal. Judge -SAL.
Does that mean all of the masked people with the different colors have pacts with Espers?
Yes, we do have pacts.
Do you guys have a group name?
No.
Are you like an organization?
We don't have a group name.
We were all part of...
We're learning so much in this episode. I'm taking actual, honest notes.
We were all part of an orphanage long ago in the capital city. Something happened with our mother, and because of that, we were all driven down a darker path.
We all have mommy issues, I can get that.
I don't
You have
know.
no idea. What? I don't.
My mother is amazing. You've met her.
Yeah.
Your mom was nice too. Where is she?
She's not back yet.
I feel like it's been ages.
It has been an hour and 20 minutes.
I don't know how long hunting takes.
But yeah, you and he kind of looks around and he says, "We all made a pact and had a plan to basically destroy the Aeons, and we all went our separate ways to do our duties to do this, but I found more information and learned more things about the world that I don't think that my sisters and brothers had an opportunity to do so.
Okay, hold on. So, you had an original goal to destroy these Aeons, and somewhere along the line, you've had a change of heart, and they're now trying to save them.
Yes. But
What are the benefits to either side?
and he kind of thinks for a moment, and you hear this crackle and this pop. And you look up into the sky, and you see floating there is black robe, black mask figure, and says, brother, that's enough information for now. I think
It's Ace.
think it's time for you all to die.
Hi, Ace.
And that is where we'll end this episode.
Ah, shit!
Yay! Combat!
Oh.
So, yeah, join us next time, guys, on the next episode of Camp Agents of the Plains, and we
Excuse me, is our Djinn still with us?
hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Can we have a Djinn in the
Bye-bye.
fight? Help!